memoir by a guy who was right inside of that faith-based phenomenon where they got thousands more little guys to come and petition the government for money. And the little guys came, but only 1 in 500 got one of these grants. Just 1 out of 500. They got all their hopes up. They came to these big conventions and conferences. What they did was take one poverty program, gave it a new name, and said, look, here's new funding for faith-based. That's what this guy wrote in his memoirs, The Inside Story. John Kuo is his name, K-U-O. And it turned out that they had peer review panels for the faith-based office where they would have people, peers, religious peers, who would grade the applications. And if you weren't Christian, you'd get a 0. Go out to Arlington National Cemetery and all the soldiers are buried row after row after row. Some of them have a crucifix, others have a crescent moon, but some have nothing at all. And those people fought for you too, and they have to be treated equals too. All this saying that churches are being discriminated against. Turned out they weren't being discriminated against. John Kuo, in his memoir, Tempting the Faith, says that they had to go out and say, let's find some examples of these people being discriminated. The churches are being discriminated and persecuted by the secular people. So John Kuo put out the word, and they started looking. They started looking on the internet and calling people, and it turned out that they didn't have any anecdotes.